Hi there, folks. Remember me? Yes, I apologize. I have not made a video in a little bit, but, you know, I'm a busy guy. I've been doing stuff. But I could not stay away from you guys for too long, so here I am with a brand new video concerning a certain television series starring one Agent Coulson. Any guesses? That's right, I am talking about Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, the first ever television series to take place within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The show is 2 episodes in, and I, for one, have been enjoying it. I think it is fun, but as a devoted MCU fan, I was hoping for more than fun. It is definitely exciting in some aspects. It has a pretty good budget for a TV show, but given just how insane the budget is for these movies, and the fact that we're supposed to believe these two things are taking place in the same world, it's hard not to feel a little disappointed. Luckily, the show has some awesome characters. Obviously, Phil Coulson, the show can rest on his shoulders while they kind of rework some of the other stuff because he is an awesome character. Clark Gregg has created one of my favorite characters in this whole universe, and so the show always will have that going for it. I love Fitzsimmons. They're probably my second favorite. I know some people find them annoying, but I love them. And Melinda May is so cool. I really am digging Melinda. Skye and Ward, not my favorites. Here's the thing. The way I see it, for a film series and now universe that has defined itself separate from the masses by defying convention, it's seeming to find some comfort in it now. And I really hope that the show is not going to pursue this Skye-Ward relationship the way that it looks like it's going to, which is just a generic, bland, predictable love story between two characters who, so far, do not seem like anything new or unique to me. Ward just seems to be kind of like a pretty face. He doesn't really have much of a personality yet, especially when compared to other great leading Whedon actors such as Nathan Fillion or David Boreanaz. And Skye, I find her a little bit annoying, just a little bit. But because these are the Whedons we're talking about, I do think, maybe just hope, but also I think, that there is more than meets the eye when it comes to these characters. Now, obviously, Ward has some family history that we don't know about yet, and really we haven't gotten too much info on that, so all we can do is just purely speculate based on that for now. Skye, on the other hand, we've had some more clues with, and I have a little theory going on in my brain at the moment, based on a few clues that we've been given. Okay, so first of all, if we're going to look to the pilot, the scene where Ward and Skye are talking in the interrogation room, Ward asked for Skye to give him her name, and she says Skye, and then he says something like, "No, your real name." And then Skye just kind of looks at him, and Coulson interrupts it and changes the topic. That was not just thrown in there for no reason. The fact that Skye has a real name that is not Skye and that she's not revealing has to, by default, mean that it's going to be a name that we'll recognize for some reason, whether that be because it's an existing Marvel character or because she's related to some existing Marvel character. Otherwise, what's the point? We're just going to find out 10 episodes later her real name is Samantha or something, and that's the big deal? I mean, there has to be some reveal in the works there. And then later in the same episode, when she is helping Peterson out in her van, she is erasing his identity and says something along the lines of, "Don't worry, I've had to do this before." Nothing like this happens by accident. That has to be in there for a purpose, so this is a character who has changed her name and erased her identity for some reason. So my thinking is that Skye is going to be someone that we know. Like I said, it also could just be someone related to someone we know, but those two things were not just there to be there. There is some purpose, and while Marvel is really throwing this Agent Coulson mystery in our faces, I think they're kind of building this other mystery on the sidelines, and people aren't paying as much attention to it. But I think we really should be, because I'd like to figure this one out. Now, some people already think they have figured it out. They seem to be thinking that Skye could be Jessica Drew, aka Spider-Woman. I don't think so. No, okay, yes, I suppose it's possible that that's who she could be. But I'm not thinking so for a couple of reasons. First of all, as we all know, Sony has the rights to Spider-Man, so I'm just guessing, and maybe this is not true, there's really no confirmation of this anywhere I've looked. We don't know who Spider-Woman belongs to, but I'm just guessing it's going to be Sony. I'm guessing that if they own Spider-Man, they own Spider-Woman. That could not be true, so that in no way contradicts this theory, it's just what I'm thinking. Also, I guess something that lends credence to their idea is that Skye did give the first ever nod to Spider-Man in the MCU in the pilot episode with that "with great responsibility" line. It's very subtle, but perhaps that was not an accident that she was the one who was able to give that line. The reason I don't think that she's going to be Spider-Woman is because I don't necessarily think that Marvel would put all of its chips on this brand new actress that people may not take a liking to play such an established, well-known character who may get her own movie at some point and will probably need a name leading actress to play her if Marvel expects to make any money off of a C-list, maybe B-list character that a lot of audiences don't know and might just think of as a rip-off of Spider-Man. I'm just thinking it's going to be someone a little less important to the Marvel Universe. Also, because if she were Jessica Drew, that would imply that she becomes Spider-Woman at some point. I just don't know if that would be in keeping with the main idea of the show, which is this is a show about the people who don't have powers. This is the show about humans within a world of people with powers and what they're left to do. And to me, having Spider-Woman all of a sudden be one of the main characters just completely contradicts that whole premise. And it's not what Whedon has said over and over again that they're going for with this show. Plus, I don't know that they have the budget to back it up week in and week out. So, my guess is that it's not going to be a superhero. It's going to be someone related to someone we know. That's my guess. All I am pretty sure about is that she will be someone that we recognize the name of. And so, you know what you have to do now. You have to tell me in the comments below who you think it will be, if anybody. Do you think I'm totally off here, or do you agree with me? And if so, who do you think Skye will end up being? And while you're down there, you know what you can do? You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow the Marvel Cinematic Universe on Twitter, and you can like the Marvel Cinematic Universe on Facebook, because you know, why not? And while you're at it, you can subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up, share it, tell your friends, spread the Marvel love. Bye-bye, guys.